It starts with a YouTube video you weren't supposed to learn anything from. Late night, summer after graduation, nothing ahead of you except a gap year that's really just unemployment with better branding. The video is titled something like "How Online Casinos Print Money," and you watch it with the same skeptical energy you bring to infomercials. You're not going to buy the thing, you're just watching the thing. Except the thing, it turns out, is actually interesting. Not the money part, the math part, the house edge, the statistical certainty baked into every spin, every hand, every roll. The casino doesn't need to cheat. It just needs to exist long enough for the numbers to do what numbers do. You pause the video and sit with that for a moment. You are 18 years old, and you have just discovered that the entire gambling industry is a math problem wearing a suit. You open a new tab. Level 1. The Accidental Entrepreneur. You find the script on a forum you won't name. Pre-built casino software, games included, admin panel, payment integration. $420. You read the listing 4 times looking for the catch. The catch, as far as you can tell, is that you have to set it up yourself, which is less of a catch and more of a mild inconvenience for someone who has been building computers since he was 14 and has absolutely nothing else going on this summer. You buy it. Your parents think you're learning web development, which is technically true in the same way that someone buying a lockpick set is technically learning about security systems. Setup takes 3 nights. More trial and error than you expected, more Stack Overflow than you'd like to admit, and one moment at 1 a.m. where you accidentally delete the entire database and have to start over, which you will not be including in your origin story if this ever goes well. At 2:47 a.m. on a Wednesday, the site goes live. You create a test account, deposit fake funds, spin the slots, win a little, lose it back. The animations are slightly clunky, and the color scheme looks like it was designed by someone who learned about the color green from a gas station. But it works. You sit back in your chair, 16-year-old bedroom posters still on the wall, and look at the thing you've built. It's not impressive, but it exists. And existing, you're about to learn, is most of the work. Level 2. The first deposit. You post the link on a forum. Nothing aggressive, just visibility. Then you close the laptop and go to sleep because you're 18 and you still do that. The next morning, you check the dashboard. 1 user. No deposit. You check again at lunch. Same user. Still no deposit. You begin to wonder if your entire business model requires finding people who are both comfortable gambling online and specifically bad at closing browser tabs. That evening, a notification appears. Deposit received, $23. You stare at it. $23 from a stranger who found your casino on a forum and deposited real money into it. You watch the session log. They play for 11 minutes. They win a little. They lose it back. They log off. The $23 is still there. You didn't touch anything. You didn't do anything. You just watched $23 travel from a stranger's wallet to yours via a clunky slot machine with a suspect color scheme. You open a fresh tab and post the link on 2 more forums. Level 3. The algorithm. By week 3, you understand something about gambling that the YouTube video didn't mention. The house edge isn't what keeps people playing. What keeps people playing is almost winning. The near miss. The balance that goes up before it comes down. The session that ends at 0 instead of the session that ends at 0 immediately. These are different experiences emotionally, even though they're identical financially, and people will spend significantly more money on the former. You find the RTP setting in your admin panel. Return to player. Currently set at 96%, meaning for every dollar that comes in, 96 cents eventually go back out. The 4% is yours. You sit with the slider for a long time. You don't touch it. Not yet. Not because you've decided not to, but because it's already working, and you are, at your core, someone who doesn't fix things that aren't broken. Also, you're fairly certain touching it would make you feel bad, and you're not ready to feel bad yet. You're still in the part where this is exciting. Users trickle in, deposits accumulate. The dashboard becomes the first thing you check in the morning, which is a habit you recognize as slightly concerning and continue anyway. Your weekly earnings cross $400, then $600, then a week that hits $1,100 and makes you sit very still for a full minute. You tell your parents the web development is going well. Level 4, the adjustment. You move the slider. Not dramatically. 96% to 94%. 2 percentage points. Less than the margin of error in most people's understanding of probability. You tell yourself this is optimization, which is true in the same way that a speed camera is optimized law enforcement. Nothing happens. No alarm. No users complaining. No statistical thunderclap from the universe acknowledging what you just did. The games run the same. The sessions look the same. The balances just come down slightly faster in ways that feel like normal variance to anyone who isn't reading the admin logs. Your weekly earnings increase noticeably. You move it to 92%. You tell yourself this is the last adjustment. You make this deal with yourself on a Thursday. By Saturday, you have checked the setting twice just to look at it, which is not the behavior of someone who has made peace with their last adjustment. Your monthly earnings cross $3,000. You open a separate bank account. You tell yourself this is for organization purposes, which is true and also convenient. You buy a better monitor. For the web development. Level 5, the scale problem. Growth, it turns out, creates problems that staying small doesn't. More users means more support messages. More support messages means more time not doing other things. You are 18 and theoretically have unlimited time. But it turns out that running a fake online casino is more time-consuming than the YouTube video implied. The video was about 45 seconds long and skipped the operational details entirely. In retrospect, this should have been a flag. You bring in help. A friend, technically, though you describe the arrangement to him as customer support for a gaming platform, which is accurate in the way that a lot of things you say these days are accurate. He thinks you built a real casino. You let him think this because explaining the alternative would require a conversation you're not ready to have. He is good at customer service. He's patient and friendly and responds to messages quickly, which are qualities you admire and do not share. The operation runs smoother. Earnings climb. You upgrade the site design so it no longer looks like a gas station. The new design looks like a gas station that went to college. You check the dashboard less often because you already know what you'll see. This is the sign of a mature business operator, you tell yourself, and not at all a sign that the excitement has been replaced by something flatter and less comfortable to name. Level 6, the noise. The first chargeback arrives on a Tuesday, a user claiming they never authorized the transaction. You issue a refund and move on. Then another. Then 3 in 1 week. Your payment processor sends an email that uses the phrase unusual dispute rate in a tone that suggests they do not find it unusual in a good way. You respond with documentation. They accept it. The warning sits in your inbox anyway. Your friend, who handles support, starts asking questions that have a specific quality to them. Not suspicious questions, just questions that are getting closer to something you'd rather they not reach. He asks how the RTP is configured. He asks why certain users seem to lose faster than others. He asks if this is a legitimate operation. You tell him the back end is complicated. He says, okay. He goes back to answering messages. You watch the exchange log for the next hour with the focused attention of someone who has just remembered that other people are also capable of reading admin panels. You restrict his access. He doesn't mention it. This is either because he didn't notice or because he noticed and decided not to say anything. And you find both possibilities equally unsettling for different reasons. Level 7. The math changes. You are 19 now. The birthday happened somewhere in the middle of a particularly busy week, and you acknowledged it by checking your dashboard at midnight and then going to sleep. The site is making real money. Enough that the money has stopped feeling like the point. The point has become something harder to articulate. Control, maybe. Or the particular satisfaction of having built something that works, even if what it does is ethically complicated and legally ambiguous and increasingly difficult to explain to anyone in your life. Your parents ask how the web development is going. You say, well. Your mother says she's proud of you for being so self-motivated. You say thanks and look at the wall for a while. The payment processor sends another email. This one is less friendly. You switch providers. The new one asks fewer questions, which you're aware is not a coincidence and is not free. The dashboard numbers are higher than ever. The feeling attached to the numbers is lower than it's ever been. You note this discrepancy and file it under things to think about later, a folder that is getting very full. Level 8. The exit. You close it on a Sunday morning, which feels appropriately mundane for something you've been building toward for 3 weeks. No dramatic moment, no final spin. You just revoke access, stop the payment processing, take the site offline, and sit in the quiet of your bedroom with the old posters still on the wall and a bank account that is significantly larger than it was 14 months ago. Your friend messages to ask if the site is down. You say yes, you're shutting it down. It ran its course. He says, cool, let him know if you need help with the next thing. You say you will. You sit there for a while, not checking anything. Here is what you actually learned. Running a fake casino at 18. The math works exactly as advertised. The house always wins. Not because the house cheats. You moved the slider, and you know what that cost you internally. But because the house exists, and existing long enough is the only strategy you actually need. You also learned that building something and feeling good about it are not the same thing, which seems obvious now. Seemed less obvious at 2:47 a.m. on a Wednesday, when you were watching a clunky slot machine spin for the first time and thinking mostly about the color green. You open your laptop. You start looking at legitimate projects, real ones, with terms of service that you could read aloud to another person without your voice doing anything weird. It takes longer. The margins are worse. Nobody almost wins. It's less interesting. You build it anyway.